Good afternoon, guys. Want to take a little bit of time to give a decent review of this COMHOMA big and tall chair that was purchased through Amazon. And to try to maximize my time and not try to go over on time, I'm going to try to shoot through every area as fast as I possibly can. So therefore, you guys will have a general understanding or a general review of what I feel about this chair. Other people may feel differently, but this is just my honest take. First and foremost, let's talk about the areas that I think are very well constructed, and that does just this chair some justice. For starters, we'll look at the base of the chair. We look at the arms, very solid metal. They attach very well. They have screws that attach to the pieces that is part of the support element. And the casters, I really like the casters. This is concrete and it rolls around on the concrete very well. They swivel good, so no problems there. Anything from the base of the chair to the seating of the chair, I have no problems with whatsoever. The footrest is another area that I like. Pulls out, flips over, flips back, and then you're able to push it back in. If you're using both hands, it goes in a lot easier. But as you can see, it's a little flimsy, but not a big problem with that. If I had to judge the chair just on these two areas by itself, I would actually give the chair maybe about a 3.8, maybe a 4. Now, as we get into the areas that I don't like about the chair, yeah, let's just say we're going to start with the torso part or the upper part of the chair, and we're going to go with these little flimsy contraptions. To me, they serve no purpose. It's just there for the aesthetics. In some chairs, you have these that fold in and they stay in place, and it's supposed to give comfort or support to the head and neck area if you want to lean on it, you know. But even when you look at the pillow or the construction of this, it's very flimsy, very flimsy. To me, I'll use this word, and I know it's not really a word, but it's not pillowy enough. Again, they're very flimsy, serve no purpose. It's just there for the looks. Same thing here with these wings. Very flimsy, not pillowy enough, and just serve no purpose, you know. Same here. Now, with the spine of the chair, from the head neck area down to the lumbar area, the place that really concerns me the most is this middle back area. There is no support here. You sink into this chair, you sit back into this chair, you feel no support in your middle back. So if you're sitting here for long periods of time, it's a possibility you could wind up having back spasms, or, you know, just wind up becoming uncomfortable altogether as you sit in the chair. The headrest area, again, pretty firm, not too problematic, but how long does that last? How long do you really feel good with that support? Same thing with the lumbar. Over time, I can see that this will wind up being a chair that you wind up buying other attachments to go on the chair to give you a little bit more support for your spinal area. Seating area, very firm seating area, very firm. As you push in on it, you feel the firmness. You push in, it gives you some resistance, and it bounces right back. Decent, but over time, will this loosen up a little bit to where it creates a little bit more comfort? That's in time will tell. I guess this is supposed to be a bolster area, and again, just as flimsy as these areas right here, so not well constructed. Armrest areas, very flimsy. You put your arms on here, or you dig your elbows into here, you come right down to the wood or the metal piece that's in the armrest area, and that's going to definitely create some discomfort as you sit in this chair for long periods of time. They could have used thicker foam or maybe memory foam in a lot of these areas in this chair, but as they say, you get what you pay for. The convenience of this chair, or the price of this chair, definitely matches the level of convenience or the level of comfort that you'll get in this chair. The spine area of the chair is pretty typical. You know, it looks decent. It's smooth. So that part of it is not a problem. The hardware that brings the chair, the upper part and the seating area together, very solid. Metal, of course, as you can see, the type of screws that go in there. Again, solid. Anything from the hardware to the base of the chair and even the levers are very decently built. I want to do this real quick before I end the review, but here are the levels. And of course, when you pull, you see how it lifts up. So it has a very smooth kind of lift to it. The recline, when you pull on it and you start to recline, you almost fall back instantly. And I don't know if that's a good thing or not, but I have to continue to play with the chair for a little bit to try to get a better review over time. But just from this quick review, since I just put the chair together last night, I'm not too excited about the chair. I think that they could have put more into the chair, but I'm quite sure the price of the chair would have been, would have increased drastically. So if you are looking at this chair and possibly thinking about purchasing this chair, I know Amazon gives it a 4.4 star, but I'm going to honestly give it a 2.5 and at the most a 3 star. But because of the problematic areas and these little flimsy areas that serve no purpose, I'm probably going to stick with a 2.5 review. If you guys like the video, give me a thumbs up. Hopefully it helps you, and take your time and review before you purchase. Take care.
Okay, here is a video review of the table that I got from Amazon. Sorry for everything that's on it, but I wanted to go ahead and set up everything for work purposes. I do like this table. The only reason for me giving it a 4-star review is because the instructions were a little difficult to follow. My advice to you, to save you some frustration, is to just look at the picture of how to put this together. If you can look at the pictures, it is way more simpler to understand than to read the instructions. So I hate to say that, but it's true. Other than that, I think it's perfect for the little space in my apartment in order for me to use. I do believe, and that's another reason I did decide to give it a 4 stars as well, is because I do believe it's a bit overpriced for what this is. This table was $72 and some change, and while it's a decent table, I do think it's okay. I do think it's way overpriced, like maybe at least $30 overpriced. It should not be $70. It's not worth $72. But either way, it is, for the most part, it's pretty sturdy. But you can tell that it's a little cheap if you look at the ends of the table. You can tell how it's not so, not the greatest, but at the same time, it's perfect for now. It doesn't take up a whole lot of space. And once I looked at the pictures, I was able to put the table together in no time.
La silla es muy cómoda, es muy bonita, aunque desafortunadamente me vino con este golpe, que pienso que fue a la hora de empacarla, que la empacaron muy mal. Así que aquí está la silla completa. Desarmada, es exactamente a la de la foto. Así que sí la recomiendo. Es muy fácil de armar. Como pueden ver, es un espacio que no es muy grande, pero ella se acomoda.
try that again. You go to the dentist today and show your Carefree dental card, you save $525. The Carefree dental
يسمونها بتلفش منيح بايظة وياهم محل الكرسي بايظة الحركة